Save a person. I had an ex once, right? I had to break up with him due to my own insecure frustration that I couldn't save him. I would vent to anyone who would listen that if he will only just listen to me, I could fix all his problems and everything would be all right. Of course, the ignorant I, magical I could fix somebody. But of course, I'm sure many of us have been to this place once or twice, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with a romantic relationship. It's just about us wanting to save the ones that we love, take away their hurt, take away their pain. Of course, a couple of years later, that person became my ex, and I thought I had failed at that time. But as I was browsing through TV, I discovered the show Intervention. And then it hit me all the things that I did wrong with that relationship. Just like the show Intervention, people figured a way to fix a person is to take away whatever coping mechanism that they have to replace that pain. And ignorantly, of course, like most of the shows, I'm sure they have the ulterior motive and objective. And the fact that we live in such a microwave, instantaneous culture where we want everything to be fixed and done in the New York minute, so we become frustrated. We dehumanize these people we love. We put them on these shows and we show their weakest point just for viewers to have empathy and sympathy for them. When the reality of the matter, whether we who are watching and half the people who are trying to save them are not even aware of what really hurts them. I'm not saying by far is not our universal right to help out each other. I believe that really is our universal right to each other as humans to uplift each other. But I think we need to stop focusing mainly on saving people. Instead of trying to save someone, just be what you hope to see in them. Don't take away the things they're coping with. Don't take away the only things that actually make them feel human. Instead, let us get to the core of their hurt. Instead of judging our homeless brother or sister, give $1 and don't give a heck about what they're going to do with it because, quite frankly, it's none of your business. Instead of turning away from that child who has been abused, that little girl who now gives away her body to be used and abused. Let us let her know there's a place that she can call home. Let us let that little boy who runs on the street thinking that all is lost, let him know those wandering feet can someday find a homestead. That mother who was struggling on her own and doing it all by herself. Instead of putting up our noses as to what her child has or don't have, let us run to her with an open arm and let her know that we see what she's going through. So again, how can we save someone? Of course, we become frustrated. Is it up to us to save someone? Can we even save ourselves? I'm not here by any chance to tell you not to care. I'm all about care. That's what this channel is about. This hippie conquest is knowing that on your journey, things become hectic and rough. So this channel is your channel where it's like your pit stop, where your bags are all packed up and you're trying to figure out which way to go. This is the channel that you click on to figure out some things. So here today on this episode, I want you to know instead of speaking love, just be love. Instead of speaking change, just be the change. Instead of taking away what hurts somebody, talk to them, relate to them, because we all know, right? If you could truly understand what someone is going through, then therefore you're able to truthfully help them. And of course, these shows, Intervention, like I said, after my ex and I broke up, I realized that these people constantly have relapse, right? Of course they have relapse because these shows are not fixing the core problems. And of course, I'm not running no campaign towards any self-help channel or shows or whatever it may be to save somebody who's addicted to something. But I'm kind of asking for us to look at it from the viewpoint instead of saving these subjects. And I am using the word subject intentionally because, like I said, these shows dehumanize these individuals. They kind of make us as a viewer feel like that can't be me. I would never go through that when the reality of the matter, most of us are struggling with those same diseases. So once again, like my ex, I tried to save. Let us not all be so caught up in the idea of saving someone. Let us not be so quick to put up our noses when we think our life is a little better than somebody else's. Remember, the life that we live is a a life of balance. It's an equilibrium. If you go up, you must come down. If you go down, there's only one way to go up. A great thinker once said, right? If you hit the ground, pray that you land on your back so that way you can look up and know that there's still hope up there. So, once again, thanks for always watching Hippie Conquest. This is another beautiful episode that we should not be focused on saving people, that we should just love them. And to all who have not subscribed, again, please hit that little subscribe button right on the bottom there. And